I was going to make a Cadillac joke, but things escalated too quickly. Ah, come on, you know me, guys. You know I had to do it just for the sake of it. Take this one too. What do you call a Cadillac with a staircase on the back? An escalator. Although it is fun making Cadillac jokes, today we are here to tell you about the Cadillac Escala. Yes, Escala. Cadillac is great at naming cars. Actually, Escala is the Spanish word for scale, and boy, this car is scaly. This car reminds me of the TikTok meme, "Damn boy, he thick." It makes sense because the Escala came to replace the El Mirage, which besides being a two-door, was massive. But as we all know, this is a normal trait in a Cadillac. The brand was always known for being huge and luxurious. That's what they are. From Al Capone's Cadillac to the Cadillac One, arguably the safest Cadillac ever. Not because it has lane assist or something, it's just because it is armored all the way around. As it should be, we need the president to be safe. And we would like to see the president drive around in a straight-piped Honda Civic, and although it would be fun to see that happening, the American president should always drive an American car. Cadillac definitely wants to get back to the throne, as it once was the best, most luxurious car brand in the world. Let's go back to the 70s, dust off those bell-bottoms, put on some disco music, and get ready for one of the best and most expensive Cadillacs ever, the 1977 Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz. It was the flagship at the time, the flashiest, the coolest, and probably the most laid-back Cadillac on sale. This behemoth was loved by everyone, especially by those who enjoyed the fanciest things in life. One of the most iconic people that owned one of these was Elvis Presley himself. It was loved by many because it had more in common with a yacht than a car. It could seat 6 people, and I'm telling you that they wouldn't be uncomfortable. Would you enjoy driving to work while sitting on your favorite leather couch? Well, that's what the 77 Eldorado felt like. A passenger could easily take a long nap, stretched out in the back seat, and just like the cars of today, power windows, power locks, cruise control, and power steering were all standard features. Just to remind you, this was in 77. Truly ahead of its time. Do you know what is also ahead of its time? Honey. No, not the food, but the browser extension. Honey is the best browser extension that helps you save money on more than 30,000 websites like Amazon, eBay, Shopify, and many more. Use Honey's automatic coupon code adder and save money. Link in the description. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe to our channel while you're at it. Love ya! The Eldorado was huge, almost 20 feet long. This was only a 2-door vehicle, and what a magnificent waste of space. You can almost fit 2 whole Miatas on top of it like a tow truck. 2 Miatas. That is just insane. Not only was the length impressive, but it was also just shy of 80 inches wide and weighing in at 5,000 pounds. Once again, damn boy, he thick. White wall tires were standard because mafia lifestyle, see? The coolest thing about this car was the external thermostat that is connected to the left rear view mirror. Yes, a thermometer in the rear view mirror. When you need to see the outside temperature, just glance at the mirror and there you go. This is quite genius in my opinion. You see, your racer friends with lawnmower Civics don't think about cool stuff like that. All they want is a noisy exhaust and a Walmart sound system. But who am I to judge? I'm the weirdo who likes smart cars. The Eldorado did have a V8 that generated an absurdly underwhelming 180 little ponies, but with that kind of cargo ship weight number, it was not a fast car by any standard. And that was what dethroned the Eldorado. The fact was that gas prices had increased, the economy was struggling, and the final blow was the emissions regulations. Of course, the smaller and way more economic German and Japanese cars from one day to another became the best options for the consumer, leaving behind American-built cars with bigger engines and poor fuel economy. Now, the luxury sedan market was largely German and British. With the coming years, Japan also became a huge luxury car producer with brands like Lexus. Despite all that, GM still continued with production, trying to downsize the engine, but the efforts weren't enough. By the 1980s, Mercedes was the main seller for luxury vehicles, with the most popular being the S-Class. You see, size doesn't always matter, but Cadillac kept fighting. They managed to keep the Eldorado alive for 12 generations, finally ending production in 2002. It was replaced by the Cadillac Cts, the smaller mid-size luxury vehicle. It was the first Cadillac to be offered with a manual transmission since the 1988 Cimarron. Originally powered by a 3.2-liter LA3 V6 producing 220 horsepower, the CTS received an updated 3.6-liter double overhead cam V6 with variable valve timing as an option in 2004, producing 255 horsepower and 252 pound-per-foot of torque. The 3.2-liter engine went out of production in 2005 when a new 2.8-liter version of the V6 debuted in an entry-level version of the CTS. In 2004, GM introduced the CTS-V, a high-performance version of the CTS intended to compete with luxury performance sedans like the BMW M3 and the M5, Audi S4 and S6, and Mercedes-Benz AMGs. The 2004 and 2005 CTS-Vs were equipped with the 5.7-liter V8 with 400 ponies. I know a lot of information, but what do you call a muscle car that won't start? All torque, no action. Just a little icebreaker, but now we get on to the last CTS-V, the 2015 to 2019 year models. It is like the last French fry. Everyone wants it, but they are all ashamed of doing so. The V treatment gives it the best, craziest thing Cadillac can throw at it, and that is a supercharged 6.2-liter V8 and is a derivative of the engine developed for the Corvette Z06, but is a wet sump iteration that develops 640 horsepower and 630 pound-foot of torque. This number makes it more powerful than its German competitors, the AMG E63 and the BMW M5. Power is delivered to the rear wheels through a remarkably rapid 8-speed automatic transmission. I am automatic transmission, and I'm the fastest 8-speed alive. The V version also differs from the standard car by its aerodynamic bodywork. A standard carbon fiber hood includes a central extractor for both heat and lift-producing airflow, and the wings grow to accommodate wider wheels. We are getting back to the damn boy he thick territories. On track, the CTS-V doesn't display any bad habits, from transitions to steady-state on-limit cornering, and it's remarkably well-balanced. Much credit of the saloon's confident handling is due to the latest version of GM's magnetic ride control dampers, which have well-defined modes. The CTS-V is a great sports car, considered by many one of the best sleepers, American muscle that tears tires with ease, but all that with luxury. Now we finally get onto the Cadillac Escala concept. One more car that looks great, but it is just a concept car. Or is it? Dun dun dun! As I have mentioned, the Escala is scale in Spanish, and you see it, and like all Cadillac designs, it develops design in line and proportion, and portrays the future vision of the brand, keeping the vertical lamp signature and introducing a horizontal signature as well. Despite all that GM and Cadillac have released numerous concept cars over the past couple of years, representing their progression as a brand, the Escala was revealed as a luxury sedan with a striking, elegant chassis. By elegant, I mean kind of like a very, very pretty elephant. Cadillac aims for the high-end market with a design that is mathematically proportioned and technology-rich. Cadillac really wants to get back to the high-end luxury throne. The Germans have had the throne for a while now, but the Japanese cars have made it harder and harder to stay there. And maybe, just maybe, Cadillac may get it, but that, only time will tell. But one of the most important things in a luxury vehicle is the interior, and boy does the Escala get it right. With an interior made of cashmere, leather, and embossed branding enhance the luxurious experience with a unique charm. Beautifully curved OLED screens grace the interior with a high-tech luxury feel. Dual design environments emphasize technology in the front and comfort in the back. The seats are like tailored suits. This is the perfect car for Harvey Specter. I mean, the show is called Suits. Get it? Cadillac revived styling elements and icons from a previous era while making the Escala truly modern. The sedan is designed with both the customer and their chauffeur in mind. A control center allows for haptic and voice control, designated with Cadillac's historic flying goddess icon. Well, that's pretty cool, don't you think? This car may become the symbol of Cadillac's high-end sedan line, entering production in 2021 with a 4.2-liter V8 or electric powertrain, and it will be a rear-wheel drive. Expensive and luxurious drifts incoming. Expensive, you may ask? Yes, because the Escala is fitted with a 22-inch wheel, 22. That's like a tractor, and drifting tires of that size, well, how can I put it? It will be a money pit. But that's not what the car is intended to do anyway. The Escala will be derived from a similar platform to the Cadillac CT6. The Escala will be slightly longer, however, at approximately 5,347 millimeters total. This platform is constructed of mixed materials and designated for optimal weight. They are already trying to find ways to cut weight from this big boy. Now we can come to the hardest part, is that we actually don't know what will happen to the Escala. When it was first shown to the public in 2016, it was just a concept car, but over the years, we got some rumors that it will become a full-fledged production vehicle. It's like a dice roll, but the casino is GM. They always win, and we are just guessing. But because of GM's 2019 sustainability report, which says they want to source 100% of electricity from renewable sources in the US by 2030 and globally by 2040, a full decade earlier than previously announced, enable the recycling of 100% of end-of-life EV batteries. In other words, saving the polar bears, which is great for the world, but not so much for the Escala. Because according to recent reports, the Escala will be reimagined as an all-electric concept called the Celestiq, and GM named the Celestiq as their upcoming flagship sedan. The Celestiq will undoubtedly be accompanied by a hefty price tag, with some estimates topping $200,000. Although Cadillac hasn't officially released a Celestiq demonstrator, the Escala or an electric derivative will most certainly be part of the upcoming Cadillac line. With that said, all we can do is wait. As I said before, we don't know everything. And maybe, who knows, maybe we can get both the Escala and the Celestiq. Maybe the V8 Escala and the full electric Celestiq. Comment down below what your thoughts are about this. What do you think will happen? Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe, and see you next time.